Now that this case is not going to trial, despite graphic video, pictures, and journal entries documenting the abuse, the only recourse for this woman is a restraining order against the man who allegedly tried to kill her. But first, we have to warn you that this story includes descriptions and images that some may find alarming.
It was just, honestly, just so intentional and so gruesome. I was begging for my life the whole night.
After months of suffering physical and psychological abuse, allegedly at the hands of a boyfriend, 32-year-old Kate Alexander barely survived the final attack. It was back in July of 2021 when she says she was beaten to the brink of blackouts and was sexually assaulted over the course of several hours. Some of the photos she shared with CityNews are too graphic to show.
I had long-term concussion. I mean, he split my head open. And so I had traumatic brain injury. Those wounds took about 6 months to even scab over properly and heal up. And I mean, I still have problems with my left foot. I mean, you saw the photos. I was nearly beaten to death. I was purple.
That night, police were called to their Leaside home, including heavily armed officers. Kate was taken to hospital with very serious injuries, and her now ex-boyfriend was eventually arrested.
They were considering attempted murder, and the police broke it down so that there was more of a guarantee, a surety of conviction.
In the end, he faced 8 charges, including assault with a weapon and assault causing bodily harm. And then as Kate recovered and awaited trial, the case was tossed. Even police said that you did everything right. You were documenting what was going on.
Yeah, I mean, I have the whole attack and evidence, and I have voice recordings, I have witnesses to one of the assaults, and still nothing.
Basically, the court system has run out of time.
In 2016, the Supreme Court ruled that trials have to happen within a certain time frame. And after the pandemic hit, the system slowed to a crawl, with criminal cases piling up. There's now a shortage of judges, and Kate's lawyer says there's been a rough transition staffing the new Toronto courthouse.
I blame the government, because if we're going to have a court system, we need to properly fund it. And they should have seen this coming, and they should have moved much, much, much faster.
Kate was in court on Tuesday getting a restraining order against her ex-boyfriend and says she still lives in fear, knowing her alleged attacker is a free man with no consequences, and says she's speaking out about this, hoping governments take notice.
Canadians need to know that regardless of what crimes occur, their cases can be tossed. It doesn't matter how much evidence you have. It doesn't matter who's involved.
Now, throughout all of this, Kate tells me that she has met other women just like her whose cases were also thrown out. She will be talking about her experience with the justice system at Queen's Park on Thursday to raise awareness and demand action. We did reach out to the Ministry of the Attorney General today, asking, what the government is doing to try and help fix these ongoing issues. And Melissa, we're still waiting for a response.